All right, give me a pterodactyl.
Ah! It sounds very loud.
I want to do it.
Oh, you do it. Cumbia Kings. We have to start.
What did you call yourself the other day? The güerita?
Yes.
Is that what you said?
I mean, come on. I'm from Beeville. You're from Corpus. It goes.
Dub C, baby.
I mean, well, we didn't have one for Beeville. But y'all were CC. I don't even know. I spent a lot of time in Corpus, though, being so close to Beeville because
there ain't shit to do in Beeville?
Yeah, because there ain't shit to do.
Yeah.
So I'd have to go to Corpus. Like, that's where, like, my dentist was, my orthodontist. What was that? The mall?
Like, you got to rethink shit when, like Corpus, like, you have to go to Corpus because your town is whack, dude. Like,
yeah, and you thought Corpus was bad. I'm like, you should try Beeville. Y'all had a movie theater and a bowling alley. Like, we had it, but it was... You would need a tetanus shot before you went to go to these places. So it was a big deal if we got to go to like Olive Garden or Macaroni Grill in Corpus. Like, it was a big deal. On SPID.
Yeah, I remember when they opened the Olive Garden. I went there for homecoming. Like, dude, we were all excited when Olive Garden came to Corpus.
Dude, because like Olive Garden's okay. I love Olive Garden.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I've been.
We should go. I freaking
I'll have this shit for days, dude.
I love all.
It'll be worth it. That fettuccine Alfredo.
Yeah, and the breadsticks. I take the Alfredo sauce and dip the breadsticks in it.
Yeah.
Just total fat.
We'll see. Now I could ball out at Olive Garden because we were broke back then, and like
now you're like.
We're like, yeah.
Keep it coming. Yeah. Keep that endless salad coming,
That's
boy.
That's right. More breadsticks for everyone.
We'll take your finest bottle of wine. It's like $32.
That's right. It's a big old thing.
I'll take it.
Like Stanley.
It's like 900 milliliters. Or like, sir, that'll be $34.95, and you're like, bring another one.
One to go, please.
But yeah, imagine. No, yeah. So we started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's weird being on this side.
I know.
So, got Miranda over there.
Yeah, Miranda.
With her
Miranda
boy tears.
helping out.
I know. I'm like, does everything look okay?
Yeah.
With the boy tears.
She's like, I'm not going to touch anything, I promise. But so this is Sean Carranza.
Roll those R's.
I'm good
I
at it.
love it. Yeah.
I'm good at it.
I love it.
He is the man behind all of this, the producer. No, you are. You're behind this so much as you came to me like 3 years ago and said, you need to start a podcast.
I did.
And I said no.
I did.
He came to me 2 years. You came to me 2 years ago and said you need to start a podcast, and I said no. You came to me a year ago. Like you were persistent in it.
And Harry.
Yeah, you and Harry both, because y'all would corner me at the summit and gang up on me and be like, you need to do this. This is like, this is up your alley. Like everything you say is just like crazy. Like it's funny, but it's real.
Yeah.
And people, when you've known me a long time, I'm highly misunderstood.
Okay.
Like I feel that to my core. Like,
what do you mean?
Like people that don't know me, I'm highly misunderstood. Like they don't understand, I guess.
What do you think your perception is? I mean, what do you think they perceive you as?
Kind of just this like loud, dumb blonde who cusses a lot and tells crazy stories and isn't very intelligent and only is where she is because of like men, or like, and when I say men as a collective whole, like daddy's money or
okay,
things like that. Like that was always. So I'm originally from Uvalde and then moved to Beeville, and predominantly Hispanic community. And I was just kind of known as like the rich white girl.
Okay.
Like it wasn't really, nobody ever really knew, like I have a heart of gold and I will do anything. Like if you're my friend and you need anything, like I will do it.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
It's,
No doubt. There's always packages on my front porch.
I know.
Right.
He's having his first baby.
I am.
And yes. I send his name is Lucas, but I call him Luca Buca, of course, because I have a nickname for everyone that I love. Well, I haven't even met him yet, but I'm already in love. And I literally send Luca Buca stuff like, it's
all the time.
It's a little
come
too,
out. No, it's not too much. The kid's gonna be like flyer than I ever was.
I'm like always sending stuff.
Yeah, because not only you, but my sister.
Yeah,
she has a little boy and he's already 8, but she saved all his like Gucci onesies and Louis Vuitton shoes.
Your sister's a lot like me. We both have only children, except I had a girl and she had a boy, and like she and I we're both boss bitches. We both work really hard. Don't need a man. Don't want a man type mentality.
Yeah, she's y'all are man eaters for sure. Yeah, there's trails of tears with these dudes. Like,
boy tears.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
That's why I have that coffee mug.
For sure.
Yeah,
like, y'all are both too like the type of people where you would go to a bar and you would walk out with somebody on your arm being like, "Oh my God, this is my new best friend." Like every time.
Yes.
Hence was one of the reasons I was like, dude, you have the gift of gab and so many people. Like, why aren't you doing a podcast?
I know. Well,
and all the people
Yeah.
Right? Like, we were at the summit a few years ago and she's like, "Oh, I was just hanging out with Marky Mark, dude."
Yeah.
I call him Marky Mark still.
I was hanging out with Mark Wahlberg.
Like, okay.
Slight flex.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I just I know a lot of people. Like, and for no reason. Like, I just know a lot of people.
Yeah. Like low key too. Like, you're not flexing on it at all.
No. I'm never, no.
Yeah.
I really don't act like that because I feel like the ones that are so loud about like who they know and what they do are the ones that like really don't.
Yeah.
It's the quiet ones. Like, it's, the wealthiest people that you and I know, because now you do the summits with us and stuff. The wealthiest people I know are at the summits or at like the Derby and stuff because of my cousin. And, they're not loud, dude.
No. I mean,
they're not flashy. They're not.
You're hanging out with like Jim Cook,
owner of Samuel Adams.
Yeah. You're hanging out with him and then like 2 reality stars or something at the summit. And I'm like, I'm like taking pictures and you're just like
I talk to him the same.
Oh, this is Jim. You know?
Like,
I'm like, that's the dude that smells the beer like on the TV all the time. Wow. She's like, "Oh, it's Jim."
Yeah, it's just Jim.
Yeah.
Jim loves me and I love him. But like, to be fair, when I met him, I didn't know he was a billionaire.
Yeah.
And he doesn't act like one.
No.
He doesn't dress like one. He doesn't.
Super cool dude.
Super cool.
Super cool dude.
He created Twisted Tea as well. So Sean and I, you got to pull that picture up when we do this pod.
Yeah.
So when this was years ago, and I spotted Jim, and they only had the tall boys of the Twisted Tea, and Sean and I were like, damn, back to our like Corpitos, Beeville days, like drinking a tall boy with the owner, like
and they had all kinds of drinks on deck, and you're like, pull that Twisted Tea out of there. You got a brown paper bag for me.
Remember, I took a picture. With it, like,
because that's another thing that I love about you is that you are super bougie. Right.
Yeah.
Like, and
I'll own it.
But I mean, you keep it down to earth. You keep it gangster, like for real.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my ghetto side is much more prominent than my bougie side.
You think so?
Yes, like I might
maybe after a drink or two.
Well, yeah. I feel like though the bougie side comes out when it comes to like, I love getting like my hair and my makeup done. I like dressing well. Yeah. Things like that. But when it comes to just like real life, like I am very down to earth.
Yeah.
I'm very like, I'm not a princess. I don't throw fits. I don't send food back. I'm nice to waiters. Like, I feel like when you get into the bougie part, you just think about women that are just very vain and everything has to be designer and you have to eat it, Nobu and shit. Take me to a fucking taqueria. Yeah. Get me a Modelo with some tahini and chamoy.
And Twisted Tea.
Tea. I'm good.
Well, I think that makes you're always very well liked, I see, as we go. And you are in a position to easily be like, one of these stuck up ladies, right? Because I mean,
Yeah.
you do well,
Yeah.
and right, and which you've worked very hard for,
Yeah.
right, and so you do dress nice. You like the finer things, right?
I do.
But you look at the crowd that you're with, and it's like it varies like so much.
Oh,
And
my friends are like just the variation of people that are in my life is wild.
It is.
I have like friends that are like unemployed, and then I have friends that own like private jets, and I treat every single one of them the same. Every single one of them, like
Yeah.
I'm the same across the board. And let you know, sometimes I have to get a little. I have to use my power a little bit when I work in a male-dominated industry, and sometimes those men get a little too like Brody with kind of like, who are you?
Oh yeah.
Kind of type thing. And I'll pull it out when I need to pull it out.
Oh yeah.
I will.
You don't fuck around.
No.
Mama Mill comes
For
out.
real. For real. Like I'm everybody's like Mama Mill. But
You are like
that Mama Bear comes out and I'm like,
not only are you Mama Bear, right? When like, ferocious, but like you take care of everybody, right?
Yes.
So we started doing this podcast and she's like, all right, here's a notepad, write down all the snacks that you want because
Yep.
I'm going to have them on deck
Yep.
all the time.
all
right?
the drinks, all the snacks. Yeah. I was
Everything.
like, what do you need when you're here? You're going to
Yeah.
be spending a lot of time in the studio. Yeah. I like to take care of people. I just do. I do, but it's funny because I'm also like the thought of like being married and having to take care of a man. That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
But I want to take care of everybody else.
Yeah.
Like I want to take care of you, but then like go home.
Yeah.
Right? Like when Lucas is born, like bring him over and then it's like, okay, you can take him home tonight.
Yeah, I wonder if there's something as you get older and, or maybe it's with mature women these days, just women these days. My sister, you had said something with somebody at some point where it's like, oh, I'm single and do I want a man? Maybe, right? But even if I do, like, I don't want him to live with me. Remember you said that?
Yeah.
And my sister says the same thing. It's like, even if I find a man, like, I don't want him to stay here.
I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, like, why? I know couples, and I'm not there. Some are clients of ours, so I'm not going to say their names. They don't live together. Some don't even live in the same state.
Like they're together and
They're married.
What?
And they don't live in the same state, bro.
Wow.
And then some don't live in the same city.
wow.
And then some live in the same city.
That's
and
crazy.
different house. I know, and they're clients, so that's the only reason I know it because I would ask, like, oh, well, like he's in this town, so you live there? And it's like, no, I go see him on the weekends, things like that. And I'm like, but I just feel like now, like with my routine and how it is, and like it's always just been like me and my daughter, and like we have like our thing. And I also too feel like I only have one child, just like your sister Jen only has one child. And like our kids are going to be 18 before you know it, they're going to be gone. And then Jen and I can like, if we want to move somebody in, then like, okay, cool. But I feel like too, a lot of me not wanting to live with a guy has to do with my daughter. Cause I'm like, I don't like, why am I taking time away from her for like a dude?
Right.
That sounds dumb.
No.
Like,
I mean,
because it's not her dad.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, no, like you
Yeah.
get my time when I don't have her.
that's good because I mean, you
I
do.
prioritize her.
I have seen, a lot of women who prioritize like having a man, right?
Over their child.
Yeah. And that will be, and I get a point in which you have this feeling that you need love in your life, but the amount that I've seen people willing to sacrifice like is weird.
It's weird.
Yeah.
No, it's not a good look. And I'm not like shaming women that do it, but it's like, come on, grow up.
Yeah.
Like you're 40 years old picking some dude that like cheated on you over your kid and
Yeah.
could never be me.
It's wild.
It's wild.
But hey,
So
I don't know. I lucked out. So
No, well, no, I envy. No, envy's not a good word because I'm not jealous of anyone. No, no, that's wrong. I'm jealous of people that can sleep. You and I have talked about this. I can't sleep, bro.
I was just talking about this with Miranda.
I can't sleep, dude. That is the one type of person that I'm jealous of. People that like lay down in bed at night, not medicated, and they're like, okay, night, night, and they're asleep in 10 minutes. I'm like, it's infuriating. That's probably the only person I'm jealous of in the world. When I say I envy you, it's not, I don't envy. I love the relationship you have with your wife. I met Sean when I was 17. I'm 38. We were neighbors. We've been friends that long.
Wow.
Like, and then, Sean and I both, we've lived a bunch of different lives since then.
Yeah.
Oh,
for sure.
Like really so you've met my exes, I've met your exes. And it was like when you met your wife, you were just different. It was like you knew that she was your person. Like I have never, not once in all these years. How long have y'all been together now? Like 11 years?
Something like that, yeah.
Something
It's
crazy.
11
Okay,
years.
and then I've known you 20.
It took me a minute to figure it out, though, that like she was the one. I was just in a different place. I'd come out of a bad relationship and that dragged, my ex-girlfriend gave me the guilt about, I wanted to get out of that for a little while. She gave me the guilt.
Oh no, she was nuts.
Yeah.
She was nuts.
She was a nurse. Right?
I know.
And so
the two women that I say to stay away from, nurses and teachers. That's a whole nother pod that we will come back to because every
she ain't lying.
Single time I have been cheated on, it has been with a nurse or a teacher. Every time that I have seen somebody ruin one of my guy friends, my girlfriends, it was a nurse or a teacher. I stand 10 toes down on that. That's a whole nother pod.
She was a little bit much.
God.
I wish her the best, but
No, do we?
But
I hope she's never. I hope she's never my nurse. Just put it that way. No, but like when I saw you with your wife now, like you're just different. Like, and you dote on her. I've never heard you once, and you're probably one of my only friends that I can say this about. Not once have I ever heard you say like, "We got in a fight. She's on my nerves." No, never. No. I mean, and you just don't.
We have good communication. Like
God,
we will sit there and talk for like if she says something that upsets me, like I'll let it linger for a little while, and then we will sit there and talk for like 2 hours if we need to. I'll just be like, hey, look, like you really upset me with this, and you probably didn't mean it, but I'm gonna let you know, and then we'll talk through it.
God, I love this so
but
much.
that's it took a minute, like really on my part to get there.
Yeah, because you're a good looking man and women liked you. I had a crush on you when I met you. I mean, you're very intelligent. You caused a little
drama.
What?
You caused a little drama back in the day.
I did. I'm pretty sure I broke you and one of your ex-girlfriends up. Maybe.
Caused some rifts, that's for sure. But going back to
I was 18. I was 18. But no, but you're just a very good looking guy. It was never a problem for you to get girls, but you were kind of like cocky about it. Back in the day, you were.
I was a different person back then.
Yes.
I mean, I graduated from college. I got a really good job coming out. I had money, was partying nonstop. And it was just a different mentality.
No, you did. It was like, and then I saw this change in you. I went and moved to Houston, lived in Houston for forever. And I came back to town and I saw you and you had like, because Sean graduated from A&M and A&M's very conservative and all of that. And I came back and you had like your sleeve done on one of your arms. And I was like, the fuck did you do? Because it was just so not like you.
Yeah.
You were just like, you were corporate America. You made good money. You always had really pretty girlfriends that were successful. And then it was like, you got very spiritual and very like into like different things. And you got out of that toxic relationship and then you met your wife and it was like, you changed a lot.
Yeah.
And you were never a bad person. You just were good and got better.
I had to go through hard times. It's like, after I graduated, I worked at USAA for like 5 years and I hated life. It was just like an office space life and I was doing well, which a lot of people there are in the same boat, right? Not everybody.
Yeah, they do well and they're like, I can't leave because these bonuses are too good, but they hate their life because they're sitting in a cubicle.
Right. And so, I left to go on my own ventures and went through a roller coaster of a ride, but there was some hard times And it definitely humbled me. And I always say I wouldn't change anything because those hard times made me a better person. They made me understand what's important in life, you know? And
I could not agree with a better statement. Like all the terrible shit that I've gone through, like the car accident, having a baby and, not being married and that not working out, things with my family, being broke. If I wouldn't have gone through all of that, I wouldn't be who I am at all. So I actually appreciate the bad times.
Yeah.
I really do.
There is a responsibility of yourself though to like be able to grow from it. You have to be able to look at things and say like where have I made those mistakes?
Right.
And what can I do? This is a learning lesson. And how can I be better, coming from these things because it's all a lesson. You know what I mean?
Yes. But you have to have the wherewithal enough to learn from the lesson.
You do.
And not keep making the same fucking mistakes.
Not be a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't be a dumb dummy.
Well, some people are like, when you look at that, right? I know you did this, you just did this podcast about addiction, right? But like, you could be addicted to anything. And some people are addicted when you have that friend that's like, oh man, every time I go with the guy, it's bad. Oh, it's like, I'm always in these toxic relationships. It's like, dude, you're addicted to that shit.
Yes.
Right? Like there's something about you. You might have been introduced to that good girl or that good guy or whatever, and it just didn't fit with you.
No.
Because you're addicted to this toxicity
to
shit.
the toxicity of it. You're addicted to the abuse. And then sometimes probably don't feel worthy enough to have the good guy.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, let me just go back to the piece of shit because that's what I know.
Yeah, exactly. You don't even realize it.
No.
Because you only think of addiction as like alcohol or drugs.
Yeah, alcohol, drugs, cigarettes, vaping, sex, whatever. No, you can get addicted to quite literally anything.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like everybody's just addicted to their phones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah, we ain't kicking that shit.
And I'm bad. I'm the worst. I've gotten a lot better. But, I work from my phone and my computer, so it's kind of hard. But I've gotten much better with how much time
you
I'm
don't
on
even have
it.
TikTok, do you?
I do not.
And you're addicted.
I do not.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I do not. Well, but TikTok was never something that really like interests me. I don't know. I just never downloaded it. I never created.
Don't do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
feel like I would just.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You're sitting there bullshitting,
Yeah, and I'd rather read a book. I've gotten back to read. I read when I was younger, totally got away from it, and now I'm back to reading, and I enjoy it. I enjoy it better because I don't feel like shitty after I've read.
Yeah.
If I'm scrolling on Instagram or whatever, I feel shitty. I'm like, I just wasted an hour doing nothing.
Yeah. I feel like I'm better than other people when I read, dude. Like, what were you doing? You on Reels for an hour? Just read a novel.
I just read a book, sips tea. Oh my God, that's so funny.
Well, you know what? I just got into reading for recreation, to be honest. Like only like 7-8 months ago. Like I've always been, you know what? You need to read to better yourself. You need to read to learn. And I would read, but I wouldn't always be committed because it kind of felt like homework sometimes,
I mean, because in college, you had to read all the time.
Yeah, actual fucking books, not like
not a tablet.
Yeah, exactly.
See, and I still buy books. I don't.
Do
read
you?
I have
I'm
a
a Kindle
Kindle
person.
I have a Kindle. Never used it once.
No.
I like to have a hardback book in my hand.
Okay.
I think it's more of like a centering thing. Like I'm in this place. I'm holding this book. I'm turning these pages. Like I'm like old school like that. It's weird.
So here's a debate that's going on right now. Is listening to an audiobook the same as reading a book?
I don't think so.
No.
It is the same thing. It's the same words. It's coming from the same book. Somebody's reading it. But I don't think it's the same. Like to me, listening to a podcast, okay, well, you can't read a podcast.
Right.
A book you can read, but some people like to drive and listen to audiobooks.
Yeah.
Or fly and listen to them.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah.
Could not
I mean,
be me.
The end goal is to get a comprehension and to entertain yourself, or whatever it is, right? To absorb the material.
Right.
Right. So I guess if it's a different medium, that's okay. I just think that you can't really say I read it.
Yeah, if you're hearing it. Because you didn't read it. You heard it.
Yeah. I feel like I was like, you kind of, I don't know. It's disrespectful to me for like I spent all these time reading words and shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Disrespectful. I love how snobby you are about reading. This is hilarious.
I know. Don't be mad at me, Miranda. I know you listen to audiobooks.
No, a lot like my friend Caroline, audiobook 24/7.
Yeah.
She loves the shit, but she's also doing other things with her hands. She cooks a lot.
Yeah.
So she loves it's just I don't.
Oh no, listen, mad respect, right? Because
Yes.
Miranda has listened to like 28 books this year, and I've read.
She read like 144 last year.
Yeah, and I mean I've done like 7, you know, and I'm fucking proud of my 7. Okay,
Hey,
like,
be proud of just your 1.
Yeah.
Because again, with all of our tablets, all of our screens, reading is becoming less and less. And another thing too, one of my favorite comfort shows is Younger, which I'm sure I'll do an entire pod on it because I'm obsessed with that show. But it's about a publishing house. And I work for a publishing company.
Okay.
So to me, it's something to be said reading it. Like purchasing our material to read it, purchasing a book to read it.
Okay.
So mine's more of like that aspect
Okay.
of it.
Okay.
I know you're still hearing the book, but like we got to support the arts because books are becoming fossils and we don't need that to happen for our kids. Like when Luca Buca is our age, like what is he even going to be reading? Books are probably not even, I mean, they'll be around, but maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
With the way things are progressing.
Yeah.
You know? Like
that's wild, dude. He's going to download a book into his brain. Just be like,
just like laying there and it's like,
right?
yeah.
He's
it's just
speaking
there.
Chinese all of a sudden when he do. $14.99, dude.
It's so true though.
Yeah.
So that's where I am on books. But I wanted you to come in front of
21
the
years.
screen today.
Yeah.
21 years.
Oh my God. I remember when you knocked on my door.
Yeah, because you were loud.
It was not loud.
I was on the first floor, he was on the second floor, and I was like, it was the TV, I think, that was loud.
It was my chair. It was like rolling on the tile.
Yes, it was like swiveling on the tile. And I was like, what is going on? And it was like, I had class in the morning. I was annoyed. And you opened the door and I was like, oh, it's like, this guy's cute.
You were with that one chick, dude.
My neighbor, Rachel, crazy ass.
That crazy,
whatever happened to her.
big old Mexican girl, dude.
That
Charles Barkley would talk about. Dude.
She was like this tall, but like this big.
Yeah.
I remember her tits were always out.
Yeah, she was nuts. I think she was wearing a wife beater and she was like, hey. And you were just standing behind her like, you know.
I was like, sorry, it's loud downstairs.
Yeah,
can you like quiet down? You're
I
like,
know. We're like eating pasta, me and my girlfriend, like watching Law and Order.
You were watching Law and Order.
Yeah.
The fact that you and I both remember that's hilarious. Y'all were watching Law and Order, literally not talking to each other.
Yeah.
But it was
and that's funny because you would always party. You were the one that was always partying downstairs.
So back then, I met a girl in school and her boyfriend was part of a fraternity here at UTSA. And so one night they were like, wherever they were supposed to host a party, it got canceled. And Tiffany called me and was like, hey, can we come to your apartment? Well, I had a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment, right? I didn't realize like and it was like 40 people that showed up. And then after that happened, then it was like, oh, well, if something falls through, we could always go to Millie's apartment. Because we lived in like really badass, they were brand new.
We did.
They were like badass apartments. Yeah. So that's why there was always a lot of noise going on.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like, and I didn't even know these people, right? Like I just met them because Tiffany was dating one of the guys.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because like I still talk to one of the guys that was in the fraternity. He actually runs the pool company that services my pool.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
that's
like,
funny.
Yeah. So I still like talk to him. Like I still talk to random people from back then, but like, you know, I was 18.
Yeah.
Like
downstairs.
a babe downstairs.
Playing beer pong.
Just being loud.
When we had beer in the cups. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yes.
They don't put beer in the cups now.
Why?
Because because when the ball, they don't want to get the dirt from the ball falling on the ground.
This generation is so weak. I can't. I could never. We could never. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, oh my! Don't even get me started on like when you're pouring the beer out of the can. How many hands have touched it when it was brewed, supplied, manufactured on the truck, like in warehouses, and we're worried about beer in the cup.
I think that's why I never get sick, dude. Like my immune system's pretty good, dude.
Yeah, I think we're good because we grew up correctly.
Oh, I mean, okay, I went to A&M and we used to go to parties like out on like ranches all
in
the time.
fields.
Yeah. And so I don't know.
Peeing in dirt.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know how much cow shit was on those damn
balls,
dude,
Lord.
you know?
Oh my gosh. I could go on for days growing up in small town and we're the generation of like back roads and Four Loko.
Yeah.
You think you're going to hurt my feelings? I mix my liquors. Do not.
Four Loko, dude.
No, I don't mix my liquors. I actually don't even drink liquor, but there's like a meme and it's like, you think you're going to hurt my feelings? I mix my liquors on an empty stomach.
Oh my goodness.
I don't. This is actually topo. So anyway, thanks for coming on this side. Yeah,
absolutely.
And everybody gets to see.
I see why it's so much fun being on this side.
It is.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's good times.
It is. But hey, listen, I'm proud of you. Like, we've been talking about this for a minute. And you were nervous for a little while.
I was.
Yeah. And you have absolutely killed it.
Oh.
I love it.
Thank you.
I love it. And so, and you know, you're touching people. I see the messages. I see everything. And so, you know.
Don't make me cry.
I
love you.
Love you too.
This is my boo.
All right.
We'll see you next time, guys. Thanks. Oh, gosh. I was about to start crying.